Hi, welcome to Empty Nest Creations. Back at Christmas, some of the ladies from our church wanted to get together to have a craft day. And so we all got together, and one of the projects that we made was a burlap wreath. A lot of the ladies thought that they weren't very creative, that they weren't sure that they were very crafty, and they were really hesitant about this project. So hesitant that some of them didn't even bring supplies. But I fixed that. I brought extras. So everybody was able to make one. And here's a picture of their creations. Didn't they turn out great? I was really pleased. Everybody was so happy. They all got so creative, and all of their wreaths turned out differently. And so, this is really a project that anyone can do. It's super simple. It doesn't require any glue or anything like that. It just takes a few supplies, and it's basically just weaving burlap in and out of a wreath form. And so, what I'm going to do throughout the next few months is I'm going to take this wreath and change it up for each season to show you how versatile this is. You just start with your basic burlap wreath and then add your embellishments for each season. And so you can use this one wreath for your entire year. So stick around. We'll go over the supplies that you'll need, and then we'll get started creating. Okay, so for this St. Patrick's Day wreath, you're going to need a wire wreath form. And this is a 12-inch one that I picked up at Walmart. Sometimes you can get these at Dollar Tree, but ours didn't have any, so I got this one at Walmart. You're going to need some pipe cleaners, and I just have a handful here. We probably won't use half of these. You're going to need some ribbons, and I have several different types colors and designs of green ribbons. They're all different shades. I already cut these to 10-inch length, and I've got 5 of each one cut. And then I have some burlap, and this is the lighter color burlap. And what I'm going to be doing with this wreath is changing out the ribbons for different seasons. So I thought this lighter one would work really well for spring. You could use the darker brown if you'd like. This one is 5.5 inches wide, and this roll is 15 feet long. And I purchased 2. I don't think we'll need both of them, but just in case, I went ahead and got 2. And you'll also need some scissors. So that's all the supplies that we'll need for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and clear off the workspace, and then we can get started. Okay, so I've taken the tags off of everything, and I've gone ahead and cut some of the pipe cleaners in half because we'll just need the shorter pieces. And so what we're going to do to start off is we're just going to take the end of our burlap roll, and I'm just going to weave one of these pipe cleaners in and out, kind of gathering this up along the pipe cleaner. Turn it this way so you can kind of see better what I'm doing. So it's just like you're gathering thread on a needle. And so it's all together. And then on our wreath form, on this one of these cross pieces, we're going to go into this center one right here in the middle. Underneath on the back side, poke your pipe cleaner through. And then we're just going to twist it to hold it in place. So you're just going to twist it around a few times to hold that on. All right. And then I'm just going to tuck this back underneath. Okay, so now we're ready to begin filling up our wreath with the burlap. And so what you're going to do, I start on this top rung, and we're just going to poke some of this through, pulling it up. Okay, and making just a little pleat, okay? And I want it to be a couple of inches high, so like a bubble or a poof, okay? So this is what we have. It's just poked up through here, okay? And then we're going to take it and go right back in to this center ring and do the same thing. pulling it through. Hold your top one, and then we're going to pull this through the center one. Move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So now I have 2 of these poofs. Okay, and we're going to do one more down here in this last section. Holding your top 2 so that you don't pull them back through. And we're going to poke this through. And pull it up. And you want these to all be about the same length. Okay. So now I've got 3. So I'm going to just gather these up. Push them towards that center piece. Okay. And so now you should have 3 poofs, okay? And we're pushing this back towards that center ring, that center rung where we started, okay? And then you're going to just start back, going back up to this top loop or opening and make another loop, poking it through, okay? And pulling it up. Okay. So now we have these 3 that we started with, and now we've got this one. And so we're just going to keep doing this, going all the way around, making loops. Okay, so I'll do another set right here into this center piece. Pulling it through to make a loop. You want to make sure that you're pulling from your roll and not your back loop. Like I pulled from the back loop. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping these loops nice and full. And so pull from the front of your roll. Okay. Okay, and then do one more down here in this bottom section. Up. Okay. So this is what we have so far. And this section is nice and full. Okay, so we're just going to continue going around until we fill up the entire wreath. Okay, so I did have to use the second roll, and so you just would weave it in and start a new roll, just like you started the first one. And I'm right here at the end, and so what I'm going to do is just finish up by doing the same thing, going in the top, pulling it through, and then going in right underneath that and pulling it through again. And each time you pull them through, you just want to kind of work it and make sure that they're all staying the same length. And then this is the very last one, and we're just going to pull it through this last bottom rung. Okay. Okay, so now it's all woven in, and we're just going to flip it over, and I'm going to cut this off. Okay, I'll set that aside. Now I'm going to take one more of our pipe cleaners, and I'm going to weave it through this piece. And you want to go up. You don't want to weave right here on the edge of your ribbon because it will fray. So just go in an inch or so and weave this through. And then there's a one of those center rungs that's right here. And so what we're going to do is take our pipe cleaner and we're just going to weave it under there, poke it under. Okay. And then just twist this together to make sure that it stays attached. Okay. Let's tuck that in. Okay. And then you just want to go around and fluff your burlap. And careful and don't pull too hard because you could pull it out of one of the other rungs because it's not really attached anywhere. Okay, and so this is what we have so far. Okay, and all the pipe cleaners that are on the back, you just want to make sure that they're tucked in. Okay, I'm going to turn around so you can see what the back looks like. Okay, and there's a pipe cleaner right here. And so I'm just going to tuck it in. Okay. So now we're ready to decorate. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to bring the ribbons over again. And so I have 4 different ribbons. They're all different shades of green. And so what we're going to do, like I said earlier, these are 10 inches long. And some of them you can see I've already dovetailed the ends. So we're going to go ahead and do that with the rest. And to dovetail your ribbon, you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to cut from the folded edge out to the outer edge at an angle. Okay, and that creates that dovetail. And so we're just going to do that to all of our ribbons. Cutting a dovetail on the end. Fold it in half. Cut at an angle from the folded edge to the outer edge. Okay. Fold it in half. Cut from the folded edge to the outer edge. Okay, so now that I have all the ribbons cut, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pipe cleaner and I'm going to make some ribbon bundles. We'll take one ribbon, usually the widest ribbon, and I'm just going to gather it in the middle. Okay, and then take the next ribbon and do the same thing. Gather it in the middle, and we're going to put it right here with this one. Okay. And then we'll take the next one and do the same thing. Gather it in the middle. Cross it over. And then one more. Gathering it in the center. And then putting it across. Okay. And now we're going to take our pipe cleaner. And we're going to go around the whole thing. Right through the center. Okay. Fold it over. We're going to pull this tight and twist. Okay, and so it makes a little bow like this, okay, and we're going to do that with all of our ribbons, okay, so I'll show you one more time. Take the largest one, the widest one, and gather it in the center. You're going to take your next one and do the same thing, gather it in the center and cross it over. Do the next one, gather it in the center and cross it over. And then one more. Gathering it in the center, crossing it over. Okay, and then we're going to take our pipe cleaner, go over the top, go under through my fingers. Okay. And then flip it over and twist. And you're just taking your pipe cleaner and twisting it tight. Okay. And laying it back out. And you have a little ribbon bow. Okay. So we're going to do that with all of these. Okay, so now I have all 5 bundles put together. And so we'll set these aside and bring our wreath back. And then we will start adding these to our wreath. Okay, so there's still a piece of pipe cleaner here on the back where I've twisted these together. And we're just going to find the rung in the center of your wreath. I'm going to run that pipe cleaner. Let me show you. Okay, we're going to find this the rung that's right here in the center. And then we're going to take the pipe cleaner and stick it under that ring or that rung. This takes a little work and manipulating, okay? Once you get that under there, then you're just going to twist it tight to attach your ribbons. Okay, and then just tuck your ribbons down and fan them out. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, so we're going to add the other ones. And looking at it now, I'm not sure that I'm going to use all 5, but we'll see. This is a smaller wreath, and so it may not need as many ribbons. Okay, we'll see. I'm going to lay them out and see how many we actually are going to use. I may just use 4 on the actual wreath, so it looks like that. So let's add another one. Take this one. We're going to run it under that wire in the center. Okay, pull it tight and then twist and tuck it down. Okay, and then we're going to go to this side and we'll do one more here. Going kind of across from that one. Find the rung, run the pipe cleaner underneath. Okay, pull it tight and twist. Okay, just like that. And then one more. Find your middle ring, run your pipe cleaner under. And just, okay. Now, that's what we have. Okay. And you can fluff your ribbons. Make them lay however you want them to. If you have wire edge ribbon, then you can just kind of bend it and make it do whatever you want. All of these are not wire edge. So they're just going to kind of do what they want to do. So this is what we have. And now we just need to decide where we're going to hang it. Okay, so I'm going to lay it down. And this is the part that I want to be on the top. So I'm going to hang my ribbon right here on this rung. And I'm going to use this double green ribbon. It has the darker green and the lighter green. And so I'm just going to cut a piece off of here. And then I'm going to run it under this wire. Pull it up. And then I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to cut these off at just an angle. And this is one of the wired edged ribbons. Okay, so now we'll be able to hang it from this ribbon. Okay, so this is our St. Patrick's Day wreath. Please give us a thumbs up for this video. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We'd love to hear your comments, and I would love to see if you make one of these wreaths. Please send a photo. Share with us what you think. This is a really easy project. It doesn't take many supplies. And so I'd love to see what you make.